Well, that's enough just listening to music. Alright, folks. So here's the deal. This, if you haven't heard the spiel once before, this is FreeEnterPhone. It is a big game of telephone. You know, the game we played as a kid, where someone came up with a word, whispered it to someone, and then they whispered it to someone else, and so on and so on and so on, and it got corrupted as it went around the circle until it got back to the original person who went, I didn't say that. This is the same game except played with free enterprise. Sorry, my throat's a little bit scratchy today. I've had a cold all week. But in this game, what we're doing is every person playing has made up a flag set. And then they've handed it to the next person down the line. But they haven't given them the flag set, they've just given them a seed rolled from the flag set, and the flags are hidden. That person has to play the seed, and then try to guess what the heck flags they were playing. And then they create a seed, based off of that guess, that they hand to the next person down the line. And again, with the flags they guessed being hidden. And so on and so on and so on. So this flag set, each flag set has a name, just so that we can keep track of how the changes go. And this one is called Two Knights, One Sword, No Rules. And it was made, actually I'm not entirely sure who made it. It was made by Guerin. So it has already gone through one iteration, having previously been played by Xenocat, and now I will be playing it. Every person who's involved in this club I've seen is approaching it in their own different ways. I notice a lot of players are very investigative. They're trying to be sleuths, like really nail down, figure out exactly what's in the seed, pull out things like the wiki, and really try to figure everything out, keep lists of everything while they're playing. I'm not like that. I'm that person in telephone as a kid who didn't listen very well, and the word almost certainly, or even phrase, almost certainly changed after me. And while I'm going to, do my best to figure out what I can, I'm not investigating. I don't know what tier items are, so I'm just sort of guessing if something would be putting it into the wild tier, or maybe saying a minimum tier or a maximum tier or something. I'm not going to be looking up any information. I'm not keeping any notes. I'm just going to try to remember. I'm not going to go out of my way to find specific bosses or other stuff that might give me information. Heck, last time I even forgot to watch the closing credits to confirm, where key items could have been. Is it K Summon, K Moon, etc. I just went based off what I figured out in game. And that's what I'm going to do again this time. So we're going through I'm going through somewhat blind, and if you're here with me, as you can see, completely hidden flags. All I know is made on the Gale Swift. So where the flags are, they have to be based off of the Gale Swift branch. Great. So when I make my guesses, I'll pull up the Gale Swift branch, and I'll make my guesses using that. But I've got no other information. Starting off, I will write down these objectives, just because that's what I would do with any seed I play. Like I said, I'm playing this kind of normally. I'm not trying to sleuth it. I'm playing casually. I'm having fun, and I'm gonna make my best legitimate guesses. If you want to talk to me in chat and be like, how could you possibly miss that? That's fine. Go ahead. Now let's see. Defeat King. Barren Basement. Zot. Rat Tail. Barren Castle. burn, mist. So the first thing I'm going to immediately ask myself is, are these random, or are they selected with some sort of theme? And obviously I don't know for sure, but I'm just going to look through them. I see Baron, I see the Mist, I see Tower Azat, Rat Tail, Monsters, Adamant. All underground or main world. I don't see anything on the moon. To me, that suggests that if it's random, this probably isn't hard quest. It's probably just quests. Though maybe some of these are tough quests, and I just don't know. Maybe they're all tough quests, and I really don't get the idea of. Maybe there's a combination here. Like maybe someone was tricky and said, "I'll do 2 or 3 tough quests and 4 or 5 normal quests." But I'm not. Well, maybe I am picking up on a theme here. I don't know. I was saying I'm not picking up on a theme here, but the Adamant, the Rat Tail, the King of Monsters are somewhat themed. I don't know. Burning Mist. I mean, maybe there's a summon theme here. There's Barren Basement. And maybe that theme got lost in the last player, and that's how this got to me. I don't know. Alright, well, I've been talking long enough. I'm going to put a timer on, but there's no reason for me to. This is not a race. I just, for my own benefit, want to know. So, with no more ado, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's see what we got. I know I'm starting with Foo. Is that random? Is that set? I got Iridia. Always like Iridia. Door. Stardust Rod. Stardust Rod should be random. Now, see, that's interesting. That's almost certainly an intentional choice. Especially when you get that twice. Alright, so I'm much more leaning towards sort of a wizard or a summoner theme. I wonder if the last person missed something. Which doesn't help me because I'm trying to figure out what I got this time, not what was supposed to have been given to me. Yeah. I'm guessing they're going to be naked. They're not. They have their starting equipment, which means, oh yeah, we've got some. So interesting. I don't know if there's a way to set the Stardust Rod as a starting item, but I think there might be in Gale Swift. So yeah, have one of the many rune rings. I could give him the other one, but come to think of it, let's check his magic out. What is this? What is this? Okay. Alright, so this is new to me. I've never seen Omni before. I'm sure it's a Gale Swift flag. I have no clue what I'm doing with that. Sorry, Iridia, I love you, I really do, but you're not necessarily going to survive a, though, oh gosh, oh, my Foo is not exactly what I call butch either. Oh, that is a worrisome prospect. You couldn't see me doing it, but I just hit the B button a couple times. I very accidentally discovered that the last time I did this, the push V to jump was on. I found it purely because I hit the wrong button when checking that pot. I just hadn't played FreeEnterPhone in a long time. Now I'm kind of, ooh, I do not want Eddie. I mean, I can break through the imps easily enough, but that's only half the fight. Ooh, let's see. The Stardust Rod, I think this should be a free fight here. Ew. You know, I didn't take these people out of the front row. I don't know what I was thinking. Doesn't matter. I got rid of a bunch of levels. That was important. If I get her a bunch more... Oh. Okay, so Fu unlocked... Alright. That seems kind of normal. I just don't understand... I don't understand the... Actually, before I go any further, I saw Cure 3s. I have a whole bunch of room rings to sell. I have at least one spare dwarf axe. Alright. Half... Yeah, there we go. Wouldn't mind clearing up my inventory a little bit. Yeah, whatever, I don't need that. Alright, so 5 tents, 3 star veils, life, cures. I don't know what that is, but I probably can look it up later. Nope, nope. Do not sell that by accident. I like to have Cure 3s. Also, on the off chance that I run into the D-Lunars in the early part of the game, that is an absolutely free kill against them. And I like to have that. There we go. That's a little smarter. I will have to turn the rat tail in. So might as well get the hovercraft unlocked, and this will tell me whether or not there are free characters. Apparently there are not free characters. That's fun. What I'm particularly bad at checking, because I don't know all the glitches, is whether glitches are on. Well, I don't have it yet. Actually, come to think of it. So... for example, I wouldn't be surprised if the MP glitch is on in this one. Oh, I see. Oh. Somebody has a sense of humor. Somebody definitely has a sense of humor. Yeah, so if it is on, I wouldn't know for sure. That's the kind of thing that I might just have to guess on. It sure seems reasonable for how this one feels themed. Like I said, I'm kind of very much grasping in the dark on whether there's a... excuse me. That's 2 Edwards now, and we are not happy. I am not an Edward fan. I am getting concerned. And I'm not seeing a lot of... Remind me again what the heck magic I've got? Float, that'll go nowhere. Slow, okay. Fire 2. Okay. For now, you've got a Stardust Rod. Let's... Lightning Bolt's helpful. Ogre X. I'd like to see someone who could equip an Ogre X. This is a Flagset that Playable could be working on. But... not necessarily turned on. Alright. Good. Good miss. Didn't really want her going down. Hold, wait. What spells did she learn? Hold and sleep. Is she supposed to learn those spells? Fu learned what? Oh. What is going on here? What is going on here? I don't know. Does she always learn hold? Yeah, she probably does. For some reason I thought she learned something else as her other white magic spell. I don't know. You know what? Let's go to town. Not because we have anything particularly important to do here. Mostly because I want to see who's lying in this bed. Oh good, it's not an Eddie. I mean, it's not a character I really want, but it's not an Eddie. And that alone is a good thing. Interesting. Got a bunch of claws here. I'm at least willing to buy a Thunderclaw on spec. I'm not going to buy either of the others on spec, but... at this point, I would happily take a Yang, given how bad this group is, and... whew. I'll buy 2 of those on spec. Alright. Time to sort my inventory. I should have done this a while ago. Yeah, I know I didn't stop at the item shop. I should have. This whole seat already has me off my kilter. Ew. That's not good. That's not even close to enough damage. Alright. We'll come back when that's a reasonable fight. It seems really quick. Didn't actually save outside there, but it's not a big deal. Always like star veils. I don't need that many. I think I have. As a rule, I like buying mute bells on spec. Have plenty of cure 2s, so. I don't know what to take from any of this. You know, I never went and checked out Eddie. It's probably a good idea. Have a key item yet. Alright. Sorry about that. Don't know if you could tell, but I briefly went on mute to cough, and I didn't want to do it in your ears. What the heck? I don't have a key item now. You are not becoming particularly offensive quickly. I mean, you got Indra, but that's a questionable. Fire 2. It's not what we call great offense. Troy Castle, give me some direction. Nope. Did I hit equip? I did not. Alright, that's a lot more offense for you. Okay. Absolutely buy 10 more of those. Always good to be. Liberal with life potions. I don't want to deal with that, but that means I'm going over here. Well, you know, talk to me, game. This can tell me whether I've got a hero on. Which is an interesting question. I mean, I still have a two-person party. That's its, Oh, a sparkle. That could be a problem. That's one of the least problematic sparkles. Maybe the least problematic. Okay, Radio. You're on watching duty. So the Omni is just sort of a general category for any spell that isn't black or white. And apparently he can learn all of them. Can we get something useful? Exit. Useful, but not really what I wanted. Could be. Yeah. I don't want to cast a white spell. I don't want to cast any spell. I want you to lie down and play dead. This is in case a punch happens. Obviously, we're not surviving glare. Speaking of a glare, yeah. You know what? Oh wait, this is gonna hurt a lot. Hey, Glaridia, please. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think this one does it. I was wrong. Oh, good. I mean, Sorcerer Robe is very powerful. There we go. Okay. Whew. This is... Fine. Stop, mute, and lit 1. Great. I already had lit 2 game. Change. Save. Let's see if we've got a hero. Looks like it. Yep. Alright, suspicion confirmed. Oh, game. Uh-oh. Alright, this should be fast enough. It's only 2 uses of the Stardust Rod. Bye-bye, Plague. Ooh. This was definitely a, exciting mountain. Heal, sleep, and pee. That's not good. I really need some power, because Fu is quickly losing his... Teller recalled all the spells he had forgotten wherever he is, so... So no dupes? I think that means no dupes. I think that means no dupes. Two knights, 1 sword, no rules. Yeah, that... Note the titles have nothing to do with the actual seed, or at least the flag set. That's intended. I specifically asked people... this is my club. I specifically asked people when they made the names for their flag sets not to have the titles reflect the flag set name. As far as I can tell, everyone lived up to that with one possible exception. Though, it was... With that one possible exception, the name was interesting enough that I'm not sure anyone caught that that they were kind of breaking the rule. I didn't even notice when I got a flame whip. I think I need this here though, because I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Not sure if I wanted this to be slower, but we'll find out. Okay. Yeah, that's fast. Good, be scared. Rydia follows through with the Stardust Rod. Interesting. Okay. You are very fast. We'll see how that works. I think it'll cast before you put the water back up, but maybe not. Oh, good. That was the right timing. That was exactly what I was hoping for. Perfect. Flare, Shiva, and Fire one. I'm assuming... Oh, Flare? That's what Flare is. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay. That just... Alright, so unless I assume... I mean, I'll pick up Eddie, because... Sure, I don't really want him, but... Wait, Flare doesn't multicast? Oh. I assumed Flare would multicast. Whatever. This is meaningless. I just need the Stardust Ride to pop up. The Cure 3 is very good. Uh-oh. Speaking of that Cure 3 being very good. Well, let's find out whether this is no free bosses. Oh, free bosses are on. Good. Someday I will see. Today is not that day. I still have Riddy in my party. Cure 4. Lit 3. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Hook. Alright, so is this a required hook route? Was it just chance? And where are all the rest of my key items? Yeah, okay, Eddie, we know you have complete garbage. But we got some equipments upon you. You're getting equipped because I am polite. You are by far my least favorite character. When did I get a point? Oh my gosh. I have no clue. I figured I'd pay attention while I was looting, but apparently I did not. I won't need a black sword. I won't need a dreamer. Never need the rod again. Bye-bye leather. Bye-bye wind that I remember. Is there a reason I might need Thor Rages? No. Let's rearrange our magic a little bit. I generally like slow to be there. I generally actually like my cures to be here, but it seems I have a Berserk, which I don't, so we'll move it up to there for now. Get exit down there. I shouldn't need that anymore. That seems relatively reasonable. This is only single target, but I want to at least test the damage on it at some point. Also, could be useful. To say that I am mildly confused is an understatement. I was thinking about going in this neck of the woods because I was honestly considering going to Evelyn Castle. If nothing else, this kind of feels like Miab's might be, or K-Miab might be on. With the complete lack of key items I've found so far. Whatever. No. Keep the garbage game. Oh, we'll keep that. With any luck, there's a cane desperate to equip that. Okay, so Bacchus are available in a, oof, I don't have that much money. I mean, I do, but... maybe I should have taken that diamond gauntlet just to sell it. I have no interest in turning her into a, equipment in shops has been okay. With me very unsure how to judge the heroin robe. I do not know what tier that is, so I don't know if that's telling me equipment's better than I thought, or just the heroin robe's going to be bought at surprisingly low tier. I guess I don't really need that since I got the white spear, but keep it around. It's a good dart if I find edge. That is not a good... You know, it occurs to me the only enemy I really want to use that I've already fought? Whatever. Fine. Yeah. Well, yes. I started with a whole bunch. Like ribbon. Ooh. Okay, I am letting people get murdered left and right because I am slow, but also these guys feel faster than they should be. I'm beginning to think that fast rum or something equivalent is on. I think this should, yeah, obliterate them. Oh, hello. Fine. It was nice, but it wasn't a key item, so... Okay, we'll keep the life staff. Pretty sure these chests are wild? Oh, that's a free fight. Sid is terrible. So I've seen Sid and I've seen Eddie. Somebody really... wants me to rely on Fu. Well, you know what? Why did I sell the whistle? I know he's staying in the party the entire time. Alright, first your back row glitched. Right. Go with Dragoon. For now, I want you to have the... especially since we got a Zeus Gauntlet to actually give you some serious strength. Next... yeah. Alright, so a bunch of ogres are about to die. Keep that. Interesting. I don't know if that works in them. If it does, it's convenient. Oh yeah. It does. Alright. Does life glitch work? Looks like it does. It occurs to me. Equipment's wrong here. Doesn't matter as long as Radia survives. So, here. Let's make sure you survive. That's about it. Alright, one Mad Ogre left. Fu should actually be able to take him out. Nope. Okay, great. He's not talking. And like, no, I guess the Elven Arrow plus Mute isn't enough. Maybe with the Artemis. There's very little use for that, but whatever. Could help if we end up having to fight Ashura. Looting days are basically done. I mean, I guess I'll grab things that are... yay. On the way. But at this point, Tiara, an extra Stardust Rod, that's kind of the limit of the loot that I really care about. You're actually pretty bad off. Here, go, there we go. Oh, great, cheap viewers. One moment. I just need to explain to somebody that around here we only like expensive viewers. Wow, this is a free hook route. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me to test this flare spell. This is not a scary fight. The damage is respectable. I mean, so it's got the, so it's cast as quickly as a virus. Does about as much damage as a virus. So that's basically how I'm going to treat it, as a virus. Well, we're done worrying about virus. One moment, I need to adjust something slightly. You can go there. Hello. Yeah. To heck with virus. Also, put controller down, watch fights. Even casting Bahamut, I don't see me finishing this fight before they time out, so. You can have Eddie. Yeah. Timed out. Yes, yes. Plot, plot. Edge, wherever he is sad. Mist Comet Drain. I mean, I'll admit, I was a little disappointed for a while that I wasn't getting, you know, the strong black spells, but I have Bahamut now, so every other spell can basically just whatever. Alright, so I have found half a forge. I have access to the king. That is pretty much the entirety of my ability to do objectives so far. Oh, I think that lunar staff has, okay, it's not technically lost its usefulness, but whistle, I don't know why we kept it the last time we had it. Those darkness arrows have lost any meaning. Dancing dagger is gone. Prisoner, obviously gone. Um, really, I don't like karate. Like, I just don't consider it worthwhile. Handful hour classes. I really shouldn't be looting, but it's a drug. Oh, no, come back. Okay. That is a big deal. Since he is kind of our offense. I would really want that Sorcerer Robe. So what do I sell to make it happen? Sell the Samurai Armor. And we'll say we grab the Gungnir's money. Alright, before I'm tempted to use the darn... You know what? No. Let's find out what free summons we get. I have a suspicion they're going to be vanilla. But you know. Here. You know what? You're about to have no more chances to cast this spell, so... Go to town, girl. Okay, I see a Dark Elf. That's easy enough fight. Whatever. I don't remember what you're equipped with. You were not supposed to go first. Ugh, you still have crap. Yep. Me change. Yeah, you have Charm Arrows and Artemis Bow. Flare should finish this off. Why did I fight with her? Because I was too quick on the draw. Flare did not finish that off. Yeah, that was painful. There we go. Flood. Okay. Dolls. That's a free fight. Another Rydia. Miss Sylph, Levia, Imp, and Bomb. Okay, that is not the normal ones you loot. Alright, I was right about no dupes. Why did I have you attack? Why are you going first? That's the important thing. Whatever, just Bahamut them. Virus. Okay, alright, so Rydia's... And I continue to be mystified by Fu's spells. What are we? About an hour in. Alright, so... the order I like to do this. Walk here. Have Lucas say hi to me. Get a moon veil. Get a moon veil. Warp. That looks promising. Get nothing. Oh my gosh. And cast exit. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, I can... Alright, so let's at least get her magic in the right spots. Wait. Almost got our magic in the right spots. And we've got an Asura that we now care to use. Okay, so this set of heroes has been rough, to say the least. I'm really feeling like Miabs have to be active, because I can't figure out... That said, I've opened 2 of them and got Squat. Pay attention to where they were. One of them was in a vanilla location, and one of them was not? Yeah, one of them was not. Okay, so it's not vanilla Miabs. You know, I've got no MP. Yeah, I really want a crystal shield. Oh, actually, you know what? I want money. Alright, so we'll keep those 2 things as money. I already have a longsword, so it doesn't take a slot. Alright. I have murdered myself way too much. I don't care enough to chase down this particular Miab right now. I can chase it on another trip. Fine. Nope. Not when I have Parasorcerer robes. Nope. Wait, did not let me throw that away? Oh, right. Didn't let me throw that away. Whatever. Yeah, it considers that a good item. Because I got it from a... short. Still haven't found a single tent or cabin. Don't care. Really don't care. Let's go peek. Sparkle, sparkle. Alright, so we got left Wyvern, Ogopogo, and the dealers. Those are problems across the board. Especially since really our only solution is magic, and specifically summoning magic. I mean, I could pop all of my star veils and do funny things to Wyvern. That's if one of them's Wyvern. You know what? I don't care. I don't even have the basics of a plan on how to beat Ogopogo. I got what? Oh, that is a not good plan. No, I need to learn Nuke. I can reflect off of someone with Nuke. All right. I was a little nervous about that. I wasn't sure Levier would break it. Alright, so this is 4 Miabs. The idea here is to try to test to see if a key item will hit. Like, if I don't hit one here, I'd say that Underground Miab is at least sort of off the table. Which isn't to say that... Wait, where is it? I just got it. There it is. Which isn't to say that Miab is off the table, but... this is going to completely blow out Rydia's magic. I've got 3 elixirs? It's a possibility. I'll just discard that. I don't need an extra one. I should be able to... Yeah, that's fine. Alright, left there. I should be able to fight... Oh, well, that solves that problem. But even such, I should be able to fight whichever of the Mylons is on the top of this tower. With just Fu. Whoa! What was... What the what? Oops. That was going to be a mistake. I have no clue what just happened there. I am very confused. And that was the evidence we needed. Great. Did I just roll really low on that, Levia? I must have. Yuck. I don't want a Drain Spear. Even if I find an edge, which... Oh. I don't know where I would find an edge at this point. Ah, this is a worrisome... I don't have the tower key. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to fight the king. I never checked to see what the king was. Whatever. I wonder how hard a king fight that's gonna be. Is Flare gonna shred you? No. Yeah, whatever. Just have Bahamut. Looks so weird when you cast Bahamut. Cure 2, blink an image. Oh, blink is useful. That's where I like Float to be anyway. Oh, and I apologize if there is anyone even watching. I dislike this as... Well, you know what? I'm not in a race. I don't have to listen to that. I have a pink tail. You know what? we're going back up to the surface. Maybe the pink tail will just turn into a key item. Maybe it'll turn into just a level 7 or 8 item, but maybe it turns into adamant. If it turns into adamant, that is really good. Alright, so traps are not, or Meows are not in their expected locations, so no messing around in the Sylph Cave. I could kind of get obliterated by that. I've kind of drained my casters of magic points. By the way, speaking of, did she finally break? Yes, good. She can now cast 4 Leviathans per cycle. I much prefer that. Nope. No pan. Here, have a sand ruby. Nothing happened. Alright, so the sand ruby is just a Sid. I don't want that. Occurs to me I would not have gotten an extra. I would not have gotten an extra Eddie by doing the fight on the Hobbs. So I really should have done the fight on the Hobbs. Oh well. Would have gotten me more spells. Might go back and do it. See if I get desperate for spells. That's it. Ribbon. My key item locations have been very disappointing so far. Huh. I need to go back underground. I forgot something. Not used to the Gale Swift edition. Here, have a pink tail. Turning into a level 7 or 8 item. I really am just hoping to find tents and cabins right now. Wow. Okay, this is way too crowded. Shouldn't need that anymore. I really shouldn't need the 2 wizard shirts anymore. No, at this point I shouldn't need the lightning bolt. Boreas is a joke. 2 ribbons. Not sure what to do with them. But if the right fight comes along, I might need them, so... No, there's really only one enemy that needs a Blizzard Spear, and I've passed that. Oh, I have 5/10 in my inventory. Which means I've had 5/10 in my inventory the entire... Not gonna curse. I've just, you know, been making this harder on myself than I should. Okay, then I said I needed to go back to the underground. That was because my memory kicked in, which I'm not surprised it's being a little bit bad today. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I have had a cold all week. I am not 100% yet. There's a chance that a... Wait. I guess not. Unless I went to the wrong spot. No, I think that's it. Alright. Man, I still haven't found a place that sells tensor cabins, which I find mildly concerning. That's an unspec buy. Actually, everything in here is an unspec buy. Though I usually need at most that many. Well, so much for my inventory clearing plan. Question. Where do I want to go? Meabs. Okay. Be liberal with the R button here. And that's why we're liberal with the R button. Ugh. Fine, we'll keep a ninja sword. I mean, I probably shouldn't, because if I find my ninja... I think that tells me for sure this is T Wild, though. No. No. I don't think you can find an Avenger in the... Again, only because I have a hero. Oh, yeah, I already have a Silk Web, that's fine. There we go. You know, I might have wanted to remember that I am in 0 condition to do this. Get her back up. She's got a rune ring. She'll survive this. Alright, you've got no magic. And that's all 3 dead, and we are through with only having made... Elixir's nice. Alright, yeah, fine. Do you even have enough magic to cast Exit? You do. Alright, so, let's cast Exit. Use one of those 5 tents I found in my inventory. What they were doing there is anyone's guess, since I apparently didn't notice them forever. And nope. Like I said, we are liberal with the R button. Whatever. And we are liberal with Bahamut. Though admittedly, that's the only time I'm going to be able to use Bahamut in this run. Because he was at 0, so he went up to 100, and now has 40. There's the monsters. Just... yeah, this is your job. You have 2 cast Leviathan, you only need 1 to finish the job. I love you, little girl. I think I already have one, so... which... yep, there's the life staff. I already sold the lunar staff, I already sold the lunar staff. I have a mass immune, I should get rid of those long swords. Where are my... do I really need these strength rings when I've got 2? The wizard hat's going away. I don't care. It's just taking up room. I don't need long swords when I got a Murasami and Mass Immune. Yeah, we're not keeping darts just for the sake of keeping darts, so the light sword can go. At this point, there is no way... we still take a gang if we get him. Just trying to wrap my brain around all this. I don't feel like I need this anymore. I mean, sure, it'll kill Asura, but I'm pretty sure I can slaughter Asura, and anything else is just kind of whatever. I don't think much more quickly when I'm not sick, so this is why I'm not great at races. But yes, being sick makes my brain even more tenuous. Whatever, I don't need this helping bow. I've got a billion mute arrows. I keep trying to remember whether I've seen anything in his shop that you can't buy normally. I came here for a second reason. There's a Miab here. And garbage. What would I take if I found it in a box? A tiara. Ooh, I would happily take a tiara. White. Let's try third option. At least Flare is on fire. Not great. Now I have a second Excalibur to throw. Doesn't have to go very far. Oh, there's no Mayhaps left on Earth. Let's make sure I'm not doing something silly. No, I'm not doing something silly. I've really... Alright. So my answer is underground. My answer is to go suck on this dwarven pot of awesome. 'Cause while I have tents, I only have 4, and tents only restore 100 MP. Also, I wouldn't mind a 5th character. And by wouldn't mind, I mean please give me a 5th character. Nope. I have float in the wrong spot. How could I forget where I normally put it? Whatever. Keep that. Oh boy. Also, that seems to tell me that the minimum tier... Oh. Oh. Too much damage. That wasn't great. There we go. Whatever. You're kind of just existing. You're here to go murder. And you're my backup murder in case something happens to my primary murder. Nothing happened to my primary murder. Okay, very important tower key. I mean, it may have nothing in it, but every key item counts. Meops. I am very happy that the game decided to start me with float. This could have been much, much worse. Alright, we're going to go check out the king first, because the king is an objective. I don't have a plan for that. Or, better said, I have a plan for it. I don't have the tools to perform said plan yet. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they'll heal through this, but... but it still does a metric ton of damage to them. I should be able to kill him. Oh, well. With this cast. Unless my math is very off. A little sad really I didn't get the experience, but experience in this spot is kind of pitiful. Fire 3, Flame, and Stone. And a Fence Sword. Okay. Like I said, I don't actually have a solution to that king spot yet. If I don't find Cecil or Kane, and that's really it. It's Cecil or Kane. Do I think the ninja could do it? Maybe. Yeah, but if I don't find one of the big beat sticks. My solution is to get Nuke on Fu. And then to reflect nukes off of, I guess, yeah, reflect nukes off of Sid while Rydia does everything she can to keep Sid alive. Which basically means using Astra, I'm hoping. Ugh. Speaking of Astra, that should kill her. That's an Arma's bow with mute arrows. Okay, it did kill her, but wow. I mean, I know Eddie's not great, but holy. Thank you, Berserk. Wanted that for a while now. So if you're wondering how I've been parsing the seed so far, my guess at this point is S standard, or maybe some weird Gale Swift variation close to that. I've seen J items in the store, I've seen J items in chests. So I'm pretty sure we're T wild. The minimum seems very low, so I've found tents, I've found darkness arrows. I'm not sure there is a minimum to that. I think it's just a pure T wild. I'll have to look up to see whatever the flag is, that this Omni flag for. I'll be honest, I've had him in my party the entire time. I've never actually looked to see what commands, Eddie has. Okay. I get to do it objectively. So I should check to see if he's got the heal commands, see if J commands are on. It doesn't look like J spells. I haven't seen any unexpected order on Rydia, but it's hard to tell. I really only recognize J spells when I've got a white mage. Let's see what we got here. Guess that makes sense. I think this is a... Yeah, that's a will only. If Porum comes around, I guess she can have it, but otherwise it's not doing him any good. Zeus, power. It's worth noting it's here, but I don't think Sid's doing enough work, even... Maybe he'll do some more work with that. I don't know. I'm not getting rid of Dragoon armor. And I don't think it's worth getting one for Eddie. Yeah, I guess I'm not getting levels very quickly because I don't have a 5-person party. That shop's really interesting, though. It's got apples. It basically has a lot of... It kind of says that I might have a plan for dealing with the nope rope. If nothing else, as a plan for dealing with the nope rope, I do have sirens. I can just absolutely force level Rydia. I can stick nuke on her if I need to. It's a plan. It's, again, a questionable plan, but it's a plan. Cure 2s, I got plenty of those. Monsters! Got plenty of those. And whatever. This isn't really a fight. In fact, here, have Stardust Rods. I'd rather not waste real resources on you. Here, fighting's not a resource. Attacking was faster using the Stardust Rod? Huh. Weird. Cute game. There's a better way to do this fight, especially if she's going to get turned into a... Oh, okay, that works. There we go. Fight's over. Eh, cute. Fine. I want to say for the record, you didn't earn this, but... I'll just use a heal potion. There's a reason I buy these things. There's a reason I get rid of Blitz Whips. Nope. 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 Whatever, I already have one. Nope. Oh gosh. Well. That's one way to waste a bunch of MP. That's a shame. Unfortunately, I just can't keep up with the Joneses here in terms of speed, because Foo's speed, while great on the overworld, is a liability these days. Okay. Nope. Whatever. Sure. Nope. Yep. Alright, get 100 MP back for both of them, and figure out what the next step here is. Next step is their path. Oh boy. This is quickly becoming an interesting problem. Since I'm running out of ways to see how this doesn't end up going through the king spot. No. We didn't want it before, we don't want it now. He's got charm arrows, not arrows. He's almost using a bow, so take mute arrows, you moron. At least then, if some... I don't know if there's anything left that cares about mute. But, you know, if something comes up that cares about it, you can... And that puts me to the point that I can only cast one. Alright, yeah, so where was I before? When I was, thinking about all this. I know no dupes. I don't know if we got a party side limit. I yet have any way to check. Okay, Baron Key, that's good. That is two objectives. I haven't seen anything else that kind of stands out. Like, admittedly, I don't know all the things that, all of the flags that exist, but... I mean, K Miabzon, I know that for sure. K Summon? I don't know. Burn Down Mist? Yeah, that's another one. Okay, so this is apparently where I'm going to get all of my objectives done. Got it. Gonna give me a rat tail next, an earth crystal. Whatever, fight. You're useless. You're out of MP. Pop your Stardust Rod for fun. At least it'll fill the queue a little. And you're gonna Leviathan people. Let's see, I've got both Baron, just got that. A Rat Tail and Earth Crystal are, is that go mode? I think that's go mode. Okay. That's not. Alright, that's fine. We've got... I got 3 more casts to this. I should only have... I lost track of how many... I feel like there's only 1 more Miab left in this, so... Luca keys, not particularly meaningful since the warp glitch was on. There's something we did check. That was an annoying sound. I'm sure keep that. Alright, Pan gets us. A life staff. That would be life staff number 3, thank you. Whatever. Maybe I've already run through all the, Miabs. Alright. We'll take this pan straight away, gets out of my inventory. Yeah, so I've got no reason to believe that summons give key items. Also, I'm thinking the moon is haunted. Give her the pan. Alright. Pan turns into a twin harp. Would you like to do music? No, ma'am. No, I wouldn't. But I do appreciate the offer. Here, we'll use a tent. This is a chance to get our character. I have to do both. I have to do both Baron checks anyway. Yeah, I gotta sell stuff. Alright. I mean, everything here looks good is the problem. You know, I guess I don't need the ninja swords if I've got to, you can't normally buy a Gungnir in the store. Okay, that's a good piece of information. I was legitimately not sure if the shops were shuffled. Mom Bomb handed me the Stardust Rod to begin with. Mom Bomb did not. The doors did. Or the wall did. Whatever. That was my computer somehow losing a little bit of connection to the... I guess it didn't with the computer losing connection, it was just... It somehow... The place where I was playing the video game was no longer the main application. Blitz, Wall, and Fatal. I don't actually think much of that's helpful either. This is a whatever fight. About to be a very whatever fight. Yes, please go explode. There's Nuke. Okay. And that's an Iridia. I am very concerned. And very confused. Oh. Vanilla Porum. Now we'll go toss a blizzard wherever it ended up. Here, blizzard, blizzard. There you are. Twin Harp, Luca, Magma. Let's go throw Magma in the drink. I just want to get out my inventory. So my only choices appear to be package, and hope that the package explosion is what causes Iridia's mom to show up, because I know that's a possibility on Gale Swift. Or it's another Iridia. Oh boy. Yeah, so package is one option. And the other option appears to be... what? Oh. Well, I have to do that anyway, but the other option appears to be music. And then I don't know. Because then I think I've covered every single option in the game, or at least available to me. Unless I somehow missed a chest in Sylph Cave. I don't think I did. Oh, I guess that could be Mist Dragon right there. But let's go with... no mom. Okay. Oh, there's also that. Of course, I just got a full heal just before coming to... okay, Magnus, that was dumb, but... I'm seeing how I've almost entirely exhausted my options for ways to get the quote-unquote free item. Oh boy, I think the only one left is defeat Mist Dragon. I think all the others have been exhausted. That's why we bought these. Sorry, Radio, you're already dead. You just don't know it. Alright, Eddie, come to our rescue. I am not unaware of the irony of that. Play that funky music, white boy. I don't know this song at all. Ooh. Well, the advantage of getting the whatever. The advantage of getting the gauntlet there, and now I know it's an alt gauntlet, is that Earth Crystal. That's nice, Manila. Is that we get to listen to music for a lot longer. Also, I'm using these dust rods for their item use a lot longer than I expected to be. Mostly because I've been able to stay on Earth and underground the entire time. If I'm to assume... So if I assume the setup is how I think it is, which is to say, I think this is going to be K main and K Miab defined in such a way that it can't be Moon Miab. I think I'm gonna start to pretty much chain everything with what's left. I guess I forgot I didn't go to the basement of Guerin. I don't expect it has anything because I don't think K-Summon's on, but it's at least a viable option. It could also have a Mist Dragon, which should be blocking, well, I can't check. And conveniently, this will let me off there. I'm hoping one of these two characters I'm about to get is, you know, a new character. I'm definitely getting kinda sketchy on character options. Oh, there's the Mist Dragon. I will definitely check this Mist Dragon turn. No, it can't turn into the Magma Key. Oh, hello, Xenocat. Yeah, you can watch this one, because, well, you sent it to me. I hope you're, Sylph, Levy, and Quake. Cute. I hope you're, and not by what I... Yep. No, 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 I know, wait. You send to me, yeah. Possibly spoiler you, not... yeah, no, I know you were doing a FreeEnterPhone run, and it's one of the ones I haven't played yet, obviously, because they're going to send it to me next week. So I immediately didn't watch, and that's why I decided it's a nice, safe time to stream, because I could do it at the same time as you, and not be tempted by going and checking you out. Oh boy, am I getting so happy with seeing all the same characters over and over again. Should I have saved here? What's the worst case scenario? Golbez. Golbez. I see a solution to that. Yang. Yang is my 5th character, and I am increasingly on the belief that there are only only 5 total characters available in this seed, and I hate this set. Well, so far it's been OmniFu all the way. And I didn't even know OmniFu existed until I played this Flagset, so this has been an experience. You have lost whatever privilege you... No, I just like Fu better. Or I like Yang better. So I've basically been surviving on food learning Bahamut early, and yeah, going from there. It also seems to be a Moon is Haunted seed, which I suspect the Flagset. Whatever. I don't have lightning arrows, so just use the. There we go. That's how we kill you. Yeah, pretty sure Moon is haunted, and it's basically supposed to be haunted. Because I believe this is main Miab. Huh, okay, so I ran out of spells. Got it. Good to know. Oh yeah, I had Nuke. I forgot about that. Should have cast Nuke. Darkness Crystal. But let's go check out... Well, let's get Nuke into your front spot. And Quake up there. And now let's go check out what better be Rydia's mom, or I have completely no idea where to find this free item. Yep, hi Rydia's mom. Okay, so I could have had this well before I went underground. Seed and a bottling, probably sometime. Yeah. Thank you. There is no rush on that. I'm missing a rat tail, which is required. I'm missing a spoon, which is not required. I might be guessing wrong. So, if Miabs are set, but not Moon Miabs, I think I'm still allowed to, well, not LST, I think I'm still allowed to find key items in Hairdryer and on Giant. And if that's the case, yeah, if that's the case, then this theory is still viable. If it's not, we're at the point where either Summon or Moon has to be on. Alright, let's go try this one first. Sure, you're not telling me. You'll have to go. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Oh. Oh, no giant. Oh, okay. Look, I'm only a rat tail from go mode. That's let's not add the giant to that go mode. Oh, no, I don't need a rest. I just no. I don't care. You are all a waste of my time. Yes. It's just how long it takes to get Bahamut off. Sure. Maybe. I don't know why I took a glass helm. That's increasingly bad. Now we are at the giant is required or summon and or moon is on. Okay. In a maybe this is distinct 6 at least rather than 5, because oh, this distinct. So far, it's been distinct 5, and I am not happy. Yang does not solve problems. Alright, we have done everything on the moon that we are currently interested in doing on the moon. We may return with, I don't know. If we return, we're returning with nukes on a little girl. You know, I remember I found, I even remember where. I found cat claws earlier. I should go buy them now. That Yang is staying in the party no matter what at this point. I think there's only one character left unfound in the seed. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an... Oh, good job, Mike. Well, at least we get a free heal out of this. And Valvalis dies. I mean, killing Valvalis didn't matter, but... Not a race, don't worry. It's a game of telephone. You know, I never actually win it. Nope. Hate you, lady. That might have actually helped with the early game. Oh well. Look, if we came here for the stupid, Or pine cat claws. If it was a race, I would be in so much trouble for this Flagset. Huh. Oh yeah, this is... So I think I can see this how this could be a fine flag set for a race if you know the flags in advance. But when they're mystery, oh, you're just floundering a lot. Also, being sick not helping a great deal here with right now. My head's a little bit in the wrong spot. I just keep... I will not tell you how tempted I was, and I mean really tempted I was, to make a flag set where it'd be almost impossible not to complete all the objectives in like about 20-30 minutes. And then be like... And then you just sit there having to go, but I didn't see enough of the game to have any clue what all the other flags were. You know, something like on Gale Swift being like, you start with the magma key. Your goal is to open the well. The moon rock has to be on the ground. Have fun. It's like... Yeah, I didn't do it for obvious reasons. It did feel mean. Also, I hate this party. I mean, I am totally going to assume that this party is a random distinct 5 or distinct 6 or something. Because I refuse to believe that there is anyone cruel enough to intentionally force this party on me. Look, Bygeth, I have 2 summoners. You're really in for a bad day. Yeah, whatever, Eddie. Go die. That giant's feeling very required. Alright. Alright, little Rydia. It's time for you to get introduced to the eggs. Wait. Why do eggs? I have access to the moon. Yeah, this is a... this is when we grind. Because I have an Ogopogo sitting at the king spot that I've still yet to figure out a particularly great strategy for beating. But I can accept 2 casters bouncing nukes off of Sid as a solution. You must have learned weak at some point. Yeah, there it is. While we're over here. Alright, so let's get some things where we want them to be. Actually, kind of like what's up here. Find those sirens we grabbed, wherever they're hiding. There they are. Yeah, die. Fine. Not gonna try the Ice 2 trick. Don't have the patience for it. Also not very good at timing it. Quake Stone. Oh, close. How close are you? Yeah, close. I should have more than enough hourglasses to make this work. You're a waste of time. And I have just enough weak cast to make this work, so this is kind of perfect. It's another 180k. Radio learns weak. I mean, great. Okay, that was slow. But thankfully it doesn't matter. Weak. Virus. I don't even remember where... oh, yeah, I think I remember where about the life potions. Weak. Again, black magic. I know it's weird, but... we're there? We're there. No reason to stay around. Actually, no reason to heal up. We're going straight to the Fey March, so we're going to get zapped all to heck anyway. We'll just stop in the inn. I'm increasingly uncomfortable with this. I'm really hoping that this flips the script. Man, I never would have even known that. Why did I save down there? Who knows? That giant was required if the seed didn't just go in the exact direction it did. Would have switched off that. Would have switched that off. The next person never would have had to deal with it. There would be. Think of all the people who would be thanking me. But no. No, I figured it out. And since I figured it out, the next person gets to deal with the hot garbage too. No, actually, before I save, I should put the nuke in the spot. And the quake in the spot. Alright, so we have a plan here. I don't know if it's a good plan, but we have a plan. Eddie, you have no real purpose in this plan, but that's fine. Alright, there's a Bacchus. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Alright, Eddie, you just got a purpose in this plan. Oh. That's a bigger problem. Oh. Asura? Well, forget I say anything. That is absolutely required. So I have to figure out how to beat it with this party. And I have a potential answer. Sell the farm. Moon Veil does not... That Moon Veil does solve some problems. I'll have to keep that in mind. Use a Moon Veil, not a Star Veil. Wear Dragoon Armor instead of Power Robe? Yes. Wear a Glass Hat? Yes. While hit points don't help as much as you want them to against this guy, they still give Rydia a better chance of surviving if she takes a hit. Alright, we make some quick changes in gear. And more important that you have that. Sorcerer and White's about equivalent. Alright. Fight take 2. This time prepared a little more, well, a lot more defensively. Again, we stay at the hotel because we do not have any cabins. Are there cabins in this seat? Who knows? Admittedly, there are shops I haven't visited. Are there shops I haven't visited? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Yes. There's at least one I haven't visited. I bet you there's cabins in it. It's an overworld shop too. It's the one I always miss. Alright, big wave, big wave. Bacchus. That's fine. Yeah, that... You took a hit a lot better there. Yeah, whatever. Alright, you are moon veiling. Yep. I'm okay with the fact that you're about to... I want to get a little bit under control before we try to... There we go. That might have been a mistake, but I'd like to keep Yang going a little longer if I can, just... Uh-oh. Oh, I think we're about to break down. Yep. Alright, try this again, except at a lower battle speed. Just need to figure out how to get through this fight. Don't have to do it pretty. I've rarely had to do a fight pretty. Big wave, big wave. Again, we're gonna try to stabilize a little before we You're alive, so you do that. Good, good start. Yep, glad we put the Cure 3 on. Alright, this should be stabilized. Yeah, we just need to lower the battle speed. Alright, and Yang is putting enough damage out. You staying alive is helping too, because you're able to act as an alchemist. Alright, Edward, you're doing your job. Ooh, well, okay. That is a... Oh! Oh! All the objectives aren't required. Only 6 out of 7 objectives. I have never been so happy. I don't have to do... Oh... I don't have to do the giant. I can't figure out where else the rat tail might have been. Maybe I missed something in Sylph Cave. But short of that, yeah, I would have had to do that stupid giant. Alright. Glass helmet has ceased to be meaningful. You can get your power shirt back. And I'm trying to work through my brain if there is any character location that I missed this game. I don't think so. Here's an interesting thing. I never found the spoon. So I don't even know if Eddie could have equipped it. And since I'm reasonably certain that the rat tail was in the last arm chest, which led to the... and then that rat tail led to the spoon, there's no way I will ever know. I'm not generally in the mood to go back once I've completed the seed and investigate other things as it is. That's just not the way I do things. And even if I was, not a chance. Not a chance when I would have to go all the way through the giant. Especially since there are some very nasty bosses that I have yet to find. Including Wyvern, and including Golbez. Let's see what we're looking at. Agility 20 and well, I was going to say no agility manipulation gear. I do have an Artemis bow, but I don't know that that helps me in any way. It just makes Rydia slower. If anything, I'm considering putting it on Rydia. Yeah, I think I'll speed up Rydia. All right, you lost your... You're not having a good day, Eddie, but to be perfectly honest, I don't like you. Do I switch that arty bow onto Sid afterwards? Is that better than the axe? Probably, since I never found him a shield. And Eddie just sits there. Well, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how I want to finish this out. I was hoping it was win game, I didn't notice. I'm not remarkably well. I think I need to have an alchemist, which means... And the party's just not... Has to be hybrid, unfortunately. And I think I need an alchemist. And Eddie just won't live long enough to be that alchemist. Is this gonna be a fine order? I think so. That's not really what I wanted. And we'll just parry. I don't have a good use for him. He's too early to throw a Silk Web at Battle Speed 3. should be fine. We only got the one shake. Oh, that was a worrisome one. Alright, who gets the Cure 3? Oh, very quickly. Oh, well, I forgot I had put 2,000 extra hit points on her. She's not really in danger. Well, goodbye, Edward. I mean, even nerfed, I think he's going down. Yep. Alright. Yang's putting out good damage. That's helpful. We'll use Cure 2s for now. I'd rather not blow through the Cure 3s too quickly. I should have used the Cure 3. No, I changed my mind. This is... just go. I've got 2 new casters, and Yang's hitting like a mini nuke. And Alchemist, who actually has plenty of ammo. And I forgot about those 3 elixirs. I'm pretty sure that was the extra shake for flipping him. That's fine. We can take the Big Bang. This could be Big Bang into rocks, which is a little bit scary. Or I could forget that I am out of magic. Yeah, that's Big Bang into rocks. You know what? What the heck? I think this is just gonna end. Yep. Hey, look, just under 3 hours. All right. Last time I forgot to watch credits. This time I'm actually going to watch just because I really want to know if that rat tail was hiding at that on that giant. I mean, the only other way to find out is to actually do it, and oh, that is too much pain. Too much pain. Alright. Pay attention. Congratulations, you're a winner. This is the one thing that doesn't quite work. You could actually sort of decode this this to figure out exactly what the flags were, but thankfully I'm pretty sure everyone understands, no, that's not within the spirit of what we're doing. Ten out of 18 characters. 18? What? What? But there weren't any free characters. I'm so confused. Spoon is where I thought it would be. I'm sorry you can hear that coughing. I've been trying to cover my mouth, but... Knew where Baron was. Yeah, did the Earth Crystal. I wonder if those statistics they show at the end are just kind of lies, because it's hidden. Yeah, found the hook. And magma was underground, so that was a forced hook route. Whether it was actually forced is their question. The meaningless sand ruby. Pan led to music, which led to Earth, so it was required. Package was definitely required. This whole little nexus here was all objective requirement. It was all required for objectives. The rat tail was on the moon? Oh. Oh. Oh boy. I would have done the... Oh, I would have reset out of the giant. What am I talking about? I would have saved before, found that there was no rat tail there, and I would have reset out, and I'd be like, nope. Oh boy. Huh. Well, my stream is almost done. As for my guesses, I don't think hook route was required. I don't think anyone would force that. Yeah, not when you have very few options of characters. without any information on whether or not the giant gave a character, I'm gonna say that this was Distinct 6. That yes, there was one more character. I just got unlucky and it was stuck on the giant. Obviously not T-playable. I think I can prove that. Can I prove that? No, yeah. I found ninja equipment and I found crystal equipment, and there's no way there was a Cecil and an edge hiding in the seed. As I learned from the credits, traps were just on. I didn't know that was... Yeah, I didn't expect that, but traps were just on. And the rest of it, you know, I sort of talked about as I went along, so I think I can work out roughly what this is. I kind of like the Omni thing. I've never tried that before. And I'm hoping the next person just sort of gets a better seed, because this, I think, actually had a very reasonable chance to be a pretty easy flag set, or at least a pretty quick one. You start with a Foo who has potential for anything, and you know, like I got that Bahamut really early, and you have T Wild on, which means you can get some really good equipment. I mean, I got Excaliburs, so yeah, I just think it was a little bad luck that that I sort of got a bad set of characters, and just things fell in such a way that I basically full cleared the seed. But it didn't feel required, and I think, like I said, this flag set could be pretty much not too much floundering if it turns out right. So it's interesting, and we'll make our guesses and pass it on to the next person. All right. If there's anyone still here, or even if there aren't, but to the people who were here when they were here, thank you for watching. If you're still here, have a wonderful day, and yeah. Next time I'll be on will be when Xenocat sends me the next in the chain. Obviously, not 2 knights, 1 sword, no rules. I've already done that. That goes down the line. It's whatever the next one is. I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah. So it's been lovely. See you later.